Yo, my name is Chyna. I'm the Man Them's Voice, and welcome to another episode of the Man Them's Voice. Shout out to my guest over here. Yo.
Come on.
Guys, if this is the first time that you're watching, thank you very much for watching. I ask that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you want to support the channel, you can hit us with a super chat. Hit that bag. Follow me on Instagram. Hit me up on TikTok. You know, my name is Chyna. And yes, on the left-hand side of me, who do we have?
Yeah. Trini Stud as always. Stud, Trini, whichever you want it.
Yeah, that's the name. Okay, cool. So who is Trini Stud, man? Who you, bro?
I am the best person in your contact list.
Wow, that's gonna. I mean,
I would like to believe.
What, you the plug?
I can be for many things.
I can be the plug. I can be the plug. So yo, man, tell people about you, man.
I'm an advocate for skin and mental health. Definitely trying to encourage more men to do more things as like women do it in regards to talking about how we feel, what we feel, when we feel it, being in about it. Yeah. I'm also a great cyclist, keen cyclist. I say a great cyclist first, but because I am. But I'm also a keen cyclist. And I'm a youth worker, football coach. I'll do it all, bro. I'm the best man in your contact list.
All right, so tell people a little bit about the skin condition and about.
So eczema is something I've personally been always affected with. I say affected, I don't know what words to use. Some people say, anyways, eczema. Not trying to go on a long digression on, but it's since I was about a year, 2 years, early years. Nonetheless, I don't remember when they first came, but it was in and around. I've been told all the rest of it, but I've always lived it. From what I remember, it was bandages, it was creams, it was oat baths, it was all home remedies. I'm from Trinidad, hence the name. So even just going back home always helped, but I felt it always helped for different reasons. Well, in time to come, I've realised this. So going back home personally, to me, I feel I'm just, like most of us, we could be free because that's the whole point of a holiday, is a break. Being free, the lifestyle is different. Eczema helps when you're back home, or back home helps when you have eczema, but I was never back home. So I missed a lot of my school life and all of that. And it took me for a journey. I'm now at a stage.
You missed school by having eczema?
Yeah, 100%. I missed like about 80% of my primary school years. So much so I went to private school in my secondary, just try to play catch up.
But like, isn't eczema like a thing that most people have?
Yeah, eczema. It does. Yeah, it does. It shows up. It does show up at any point. At any point, sorry. And can do at any point on your body. But that's something I've lived. I'm now at a point where I want to embrace it. So I'm trying to push this whole eczema vibe, and in embracing it, I want to kind of obviously just be embracing it collectively, because I know there's a lot of people out there, and not just eczema. So I'm trying to talk about anything and everything that can make you have that social anxiety that I feel like I raised. Wow, I got older. I feel like I raised him to a degree in just what I know he saw growing up. But nonetheless, I'm trying to embrace it as a community. I'm trying to embrace it as men collectively, whether it be deafness. I got a guy that's 80% deaf in one ear. You're supposed to go dumb at 60. I shouldn't have said that bad on camera. But wait, at 60% in your ears, when your ears bust 60, it's 80% in one and 70 of the other. You can still talk perfectly. He rides a fixie. He's an amazing guy. But you're supposed to go and not have no speech.
Who says that?
That's what it is. That's the levels.
Better all people can hear.
Obviously, we have all hearing aids now. I'm talking about once it's all natural. Like when it's all natural, but when you're actually 10% hearing, you shouldn't be able to speak.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't have the ability to speak. He can. He fully
sick.
And he's fully gone off. So I'm just saying, like, stuff like that. But the anxiety that goes behind deaf people. That's what I'm trying to deep right now.
I want to talk to you a little bit.
So I'm trying to do a whole community vibe.
No,
there's loads of men, bring them in.
Cool.
Eczema,
I want to talk to you a little bit.
I don't know. I went left. Okay, you're saying cut that.
So, for most people, they will look at eczema like that's just a little thing that we had it at school. We had we had some aqueous cream.
Yeah.
So what's that?
E45. That was always about.
Yeah, it goes. That's not the eczema you're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, I am, but I'm not at the same time. There's obviously a severity to eczema, just like anything. You can have asthma really, really.
Now explain.
Do you know what I mean? But there's severity in it. There's a spectrum. Like I said, with anything, you can be on one end or the other end. Most people don't experience the extreme end.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the hospitals. That's shout out Chelsea and Westminster Hospital. Come on, if you really want to dig deep on who I am, boy, go check that. I was a resident for a while.
What, you was hospitalised by eczema?
100%, yeah.
So,
Chelsea Westminster Hospital. I must have been a resident of Chelsea Westminster Hospital. Sorry.
So how does eczema,
for at least 4 or 5 years of my childhood.
What does it do? What is eczema?
It's an inflammatory condition on the skin. Honestly, I haven't got all night, bro. How much you fucking paying me, bro? I'm joking.
No, you know what it is? This is
I'm just thinking.
This is you.
Boy,
this is you here,
it is. I get it. But eczema is so broad. It's. I've been hospitalized BS by eczema. I've spent months on end in hospital. You're gonna choke me, bro. Sorry. You're gonna get me choking out here, bro. And I'm trying to. I ain't bring no tissues and that. But
sorry, bro.
Eczema is something that can hospitalize. I don't want to go deep. That's deep. I was gonna say you can kill shit.
Can it kill?
But I reckon it can 100% because I've been suicidal.
Okay, so you're talking about more, not from that.
Like,
well, it is, but it's just from the
eczema because of that. Going back to social anxiety, going back to where it all stems from, and the eczema vibe of it. Yeah, technically, it probably can kill. And it's November next month, Men's Mental Health Month. You hear me?
Yeah.
Us men are dying differently, suicidal. We're just talking about that.
Black
So we need to read to get together. The community is real.
And you're saying that,
but yeah.
Social anxiety from having eczema.
Oh, we can go. That's what I'm saying. Eczema is so much to me, bro. Like, it's been a part of my life longer than I probably know what my dick is. Sorry. Bang. Pause. But I've experienced that long. It's been my life. Bro, like I said, I can talk to you and I don't want to, and I do want to talk to you. I don't want to bust up and start bawling. It's deep, people. And I'm not just talking about eczema either. I'm talking about, I know everyone goes through their own vibe. Like I said, people might have deafness. People might have psoriasis really bad on half of their arm. And that just is a vibe. Or it could be arms and legs vibe. Vitiligo, big thing. People obviously know through the big Willie Harlow shout out. But I came across another young man. I'll be vexed.
I'll be honest with you.
There's people that live with these things and they go up or they go down. When I say that, they can embrace it.
Yeah.
Or they can feel
I see a lot of people embracing the vitiligo.
Yeah. And I get that. And I love that. And because it is a skin condition.
I think I've seen a couple of baddies on Instagram with a big boot and that. They're still getting bare love, and they'll have, like, obviously you said like the winning, like she's I
was cool. Yeah, she's top of any vitiligo model influencer or whatever. But obviously I don't want to take anything away from her. She's, you know me, the vitiligo makes her maybe prettier, arguably, whatever. But bottom line is, it's a skin condition, and there's people of the extreme. So going back to like just that spectrum of what eczema is, that the spectrum of vitiligo, bro. I'll show you some people that is, I say, not necessarily destroying, but it's just, it's just not allowing them to be as 100% because they feel it. They know it's halfway across their face. Same way my eczema does. I'm like, oh shit, it's halfway across my hands, and I'm like, oh, and it just. You know what I mean?
On a scale from 1 to 10, how bad is that?
It just changes the small things. Now, right now, as we sit here, from 1 to 10, in terms of my adult life, I'm not even going to talk about my child life because I feel I was able to grab hold of it a little bit more in my adult life. But my eczema right now, I would say is about 6.
Yeah.
And I feel that's bad, 6, 7. Because it is quite a broad 1, 2. You know what I mean? There's a big gap between 6 and 7. It's not, but 6, 7. I've had really bad eczema. I've got past my body right now, and I'm not sure. It's just being honest, people. I've got past my body right now. I'm visible. Like my hands right now is about 8.
Yeah,
you can see that, my guy. I mean, I don't mind showing it. It's just what the OD is. But the rest of my hand is about a 6, and up here is like about a 2. It's about a 2 out of 10 up here. But this, you know me. Do you know what I mean? My chest is a 1, if that 0. Do you know what I mean? Like, being real, that's my eczema right now. Don't deep it that I haven't been at 8 on my chest. Do you get me? Don't deep it that my legs at the moment I would say is a 4. Do you get me? Do you get me? My neck's been a 10 out of 10 one time. And more my body's kind of been 6. And I'm like, bait. It's the bait spot.
So you said social anxiety.
What's now change it.
Yeah.
So social anxiety is a lot in terms of
dating and that.
Yeah, it's a lot, but not even just dating. I'm a poet as well. I didn't even say that in the intro, people.
I didn't know it.
I've always known it. I'm joking,
drop us a little poem then.
Drop you a little poem. I'll drop you a freestyle on what eczema really is.
Okay.
Sitting here next to the one and only Chyna, the Wiz. Because he's always on the content, he's always on his, and it's really about that life, and he's really about that. I'll stop it there. Now I don't know. I was trying to do it. I'm really not on the poetry thing as that right now. I'm not about hair like that, right? But I am about hair like that. Deep it. I've got poet tattooed on me, people. I'm just not on it. Nine on you, bro.
I'm sitting here with Trini. We're gonna talk about eczema.
Yeah, E to the CZEMA. Well, fuck it. Listen,
What is
eczema? Eczema is like where we were. I don't even know where we were, bro. You threw me off on the rap. My poet. I was gonna say, yeah, social anxiety. You were saying, and I was like, it was just stuff like poetry. I used to go to a lot of spoken word back in the day, like open mics and all that kind of stuff. I'm 30. Yeah, I'm older, people. I'm older, innit? Like, I'm an 80s baby. So yeah. So when before all this happened, it was about just getting out and about, innit? Like, and it was just that, not necessarily for the dating, but it was also just expressing yourself, going back to my cycling vibe, just about getting out and being. Nonetheless, I used to either, that's where it all started, really. Up to today, I sometimes don't turn up to meetings because, do you know what I mean? Because I'm just not sure, and that's in here. It's mental. It's mental. It goes back to this, but nonetheless, it's in here. But it feels. Because sometimes I look back and I'm like, why was I feeling like that? But at the same time, I completely understood and was in coherent, like, kind of syncing of that person that was feeling that at that time. Do you know? And it was weird, but yeah, bro. I mean, I'm only, bro. I probably would have said no. No, I would have said no today. That's deep. The other day, you saw me the other day on another podcast. I would have said no that day. On another day. If it wasn't about eczema and if it wasn't about that, I would have gone no. I would have gone, I can't come. I'd have BS'd it. Oh, just woke up. I'll put it down to that if I have to. And there's been those days, people. There's been those days, you know me. But it just depends. And that was just because I was on the face. My face is feeling boom. Like my face is a 0 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? So that day was like 6.
So what are the treatments for eczema?
What, the treatments?
Yeah.
My bad. The treatments.
For all the people that got rid of the eczema, how did they do that?
So my take on skin conditions, and any condition. I'm talking about even just like health conditions, and I've got such a mix. There's just that holistic, natural vibe as well to it that I have to have. You know, I've been inspired by other people in and around my circle of that vibe as well. Just kind of. Sometimes just talking shit. I don't talk a lot, people. Going back to Mandem, talking people about mental health, people about any kind of condition they're going through. We need to sit down and talk, because one thing I don't do is talk a lot. I'm doing much more talking these days on platforms like this.
I love, bro. I'll just listen to you.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. No, but it's calm. But it's that I want to talk because I want other people to want to talk. But you know
what it is, yeah?
And in talking, I feel this will clear some of what happens,
and obviously,
and it's part of that whole, because I've got a lot of trauma.
Yeah, we all do, and obviously, like,
it makes us who we are.
Like, obviously, the whole idea of me having a platform and doing things is like, I wanna bring the man them on and able to speak. Like, I wanna give you a space and a one-on-one,
and that's what it needs, and that's what I want. That's what I do want. Not that I want to abuse. I just want. I want to be able to want to. I wouldn't have done this.
That's why I'm asking you questions, because it's like now, and we can. You know what it is? I know there's some people out there that are the younger version of you that are going.
I hope so, because I hope to change their kind of mindset on.
What are there kids now with eczema?
Of course there is.
Well, then they're gonna go for.
What I need to start doing, people, is more hospital work. I need to start holding back at Chelsea Westminster. If you're watching this, anyone Chelsea Westminster, let's do a little promo. Come on.
Guess what you're gonna do? Guess what we're gonna do?
Do a vibe out there.
Kids always been bad, but today they're a lot worse. Just because of how it is, right? So whatever you went through, they're gonna go through whatever you went through times 100.
Well, hopefully not. Well, I get you.
It's just kids.
I mean, every generation is different. So I mean, the kids of today won't handle, you get me, certain shit that we went through.
No, but I'm saying,
and vice versa. We can't handle the shit that kids of today have to go through. No, but because we didn't have to go through that shit.
Either way, you're gonna have to go through what it is to go to date, to be at school, to go everything that you went through. They still have to go through. You're human.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah.
Adolescence.
Yeah, I get that.
You're gonna have to go through adolescence, and you went through it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk to me about school. How was school for you while you was having? Because that's someone is.
I had 2 good school periods. I had my primary school when I spent like I said, more than half of it, more than probably 2/3 of it, in hospital. And I learnt in hospital. Don't get me twisted. There was schooling in hospital, but
why couldn't you? Why was you in hospital?
Eczema was bad at times. Don't go and get it deeper. It wasn't like a straight stretch of like 2.5 years. It wasn't dependent on that, but it was a month here, 2 months. Yeah, there was that. But not even just that. There was just a lot of bleeding. The skin.
It's okay. Take it easy.
Yeah, man. It's just. Even this is digging deep. You try and give me a therapy session right now, but I don't mind it because like I said minutes ago, watch the podcast. It is something that we need to do. We need to talk about it. We need to dig. But yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot, man. There was a lot. The skin wasn't holding on at times by threads. When I say that, like it wasn't growing. It was me and scratching. There was a lot of scratching. There was a lot of mental. I put it down to dad life. If my dad's watching, big him up, shout me out, comments below. But I put it down to dad life and a lot of traumas that I've experienced. That's what I put it down to now as a bigger man, you know. So I'm saying this at the time, I putting it down to this.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was busting. I was busting it up. I was in hospital weeks, months. Like I say months. I've probably done like about 2 months, like twice maybe. But obviously, like, it was 3 weeks here, 4 weeks there. Literally just under a month. I remember I spent like Christmas in hospital once. It was mad. It was, and I couldn't go home.
And so your skin was just peeling off.
I was scratching more. I would say that much. That's what I'm saying in terms of, like I said, as a bigger man, I've looked back. There was more scratching than my skin and me not allowing my skin to heal, which then puts it down to mental health. Like, what kind of crazy shit was I thinking in my head? Kind of, that's what I'm saying in my head. Like, now as a bigger man going, wow, what was I really? Was it down to that? Like, because I had a lot of, I say trauma. It's just, do you know what I mean? We all go through what we go through, and it can be questioned. And especially, like I said, I'm an 80s baby people, so like, raising was a different story to what it is now. I reckon. Well, I say I reckon. I know I'm a dad now, but do you know what I mean? I don't raise my children. I try to not raise my children the way I was raised. 3, bro. 2 of them have eczema.
Pick you up.
Well, one of them is growing out of it, but yeah.
See, so one of them made it out the eczema.
He's 17 now, so yeah, he's a big man. He's bigger than me, but he's
Eczema didn't stop you getting down and getting free kids. So I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, it was once again, bro. There'll be dates where I wouldn't push for 9 because I know how my body is looking. Do you get me? I'm just being real with you. I might be feeling great, people, and the personality's always been there. The energy's always been there. I'm for it, but then there are the reserves. And sometimes I won't even be for it, but do you know what I mean? Even if I am for it and I'm all bubbly and rare, there's levels. Do you know what I mean? There's and those levels are going back to skin condition. It's just, there's nothing more, there's nothing less. Like, even just anyways, but yeah. I got down, I got dirty, but I mean, we all did, man. Why you put my sex life into the? Why'd I go high pitch there? But you know what I mean?
These man be talking like, feel sorry for me, but I got 3 kids though.
Nah, I was blessed. I've been blessed. I appreciate you.
Than me.
I appreciate you. No, you don't know that. To be fair, all it is, I've been more careless than you, bro. That's the difference. Do you know what I mean? But I love my blessings. It is what it is. You got
more blessings than me. You got 3 more. You got 3 more blessings.
Don't worry, your time will come, my guy. It's all right, man.
Not too soon.
It's all right.
Innit?
Pause.
Content, baby. I know some of you women out there.
But this is what we need to talk about. Even just man like might be in relationships. Like, don't worry, there'll be meetups coming up. Check this space, watch it. There'll be meetups for people that are mourning, man them that are going through baby deaths, and we've had that too. I say we, but I mean but it's just, it's just
been through a stillborn.
Not born. Okay, yeah, miscarriage.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
That would be a madness, and even that, like, will be meetups, because they're man them that go through that, but that don't talk to other man them. There's a certain energy that I feel that if
one of my
14 man them that went through one thing can make
it was one of my brothers, isn't it? Yeah, I remember, like, he ended up getting 2 girls pregnant at one time, and it's mad because, all right, so he had a girlfriend, and then he had a side thing. It wasn't even a side thing. He had a girl that really liked him. So let me do it like this. He had a girl that really
remember my supermarkets outside. I just remember my supermarkets outside.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Go on, sorry. He had a girl like
he had a girl that liked him, innit, yeah? And he used to say that he never liked her, innit? And she lived on his road and that. And then there was another girl that lived on the road. Yeah, you're right. There's another girl that lived on the road, and he started dating her, and she was prettier, innit? Yeah, like she was just prettier.
Right.
And the other girl, like, but he used to act like he didn't like the other girl, innit?
Right.
Yeah. So then he starts wifing the new girl, innit? So I don't know what's happened, but basically he got the first girl, he got the other girl pregnant. He got them both pregnant at the same time. So before he got with the new girl, he had already got the other girl pregnant, but he didn't realise, and he got with the new girl and he got her pregnant. So now,
Yeah, it's 2 years, so like
So
2
nice
months apart.
so now he's having two kids, right?
He's already. He hasn't had it yet.
No, I'm telling you the story.
Oh, okay. Also, okay, cool.
So now he's having 2 kids. Okay? So he's got 2 girls pregnant on the same road. All right.
Same road, man.
Crazy.
Okay.
Man, then sometimes we ain't shit.
That's on the same road. That is mad.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, at least you can keep your eye.
Oh, I mean, you know what I mean? You have to get a house right in the middle between the 2 houses.
Yeah, I get it. Man, they're making sense. You say, you know what? I'm gonna breed you. To get me. It's easy to see
I'm about. Do you know what I mean? I'm active.
You can't tell me I had a
You
good
can't
time.
tell
What do
me
you
I haven't
mean?
seen my youth.
I planned this.
I saw them through the window.
Yeah.
So, mad. That's a mazza. 2 youths on the same road. Or 2. Yeah.
And then, you know, they both give birth to the babies, and you know, but he was having mad problems at the time, because obviously the family hated him, and then he got, you know what I mean, he got both pregnant at the same time, he was having mad problems, and then unfortunately his baby passed away. I think it was a cot death or something. You know the
I know the cot death ones. Yeah.
And
not Braxton Hicks. That's something else. But I was so.
But yeah, no, just something happened, and then. But then he ends up obviously breaking up with the girl, innit? Because
the new girl. Yeah. Oh, is that why he got broken up?
Well, I don't.
Well, part of the reason maybe. To be fair, I'm not judging.
Yeah.
I'm not judging.
No, they were. You know, I think there was only rocks before anyway. But then once that happened, it was like they had no more connection, so the family kind of just like.
I can imagine.
And he just went next door to the other thing. And the only reason I'm saying is because you said about the thing, and I was just like, yo, I remember that was a bit mad still. But I said that was, I mean, he didn't want that. It's kind of like natural selection. God just, like, God.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah,
because
I appreciate that.
You was in a very sticky scenario.
But everything happens to us for a reason. When I say that, not just to, but there's always some deeper meaning, like you said, like in terms of the universe. Like my deep on religion is the same as my probable deep on healing eczema. In terms of it's so kind of not all over the place, but it's more. I believe in like just a collective of as in like religion. I believe in the universe, whatever the universe created in whatever pagan way. Huh? Am I pagan? Yeah, pagan. Nah. Far from. I believe in the universe. I believe in that if you just give to energy, energy will give to you because we are all energy. However way you want to argue it, we're all energy. Bible. I believe in that Bible. I was raised Roman Catholic. Oh yeah, completely. Yeah. I was raised Roman Catholic. Like the family is all Roman Catholic. There's no.
I went to Roman Catholic school.
Yeah, well, me too. My primary school was. Yeah, be sick. My brothers and sisters went to their own secondary school too. Yeah, my private school wasn't Roman Catholic people. Well, kind of. It was actually thinking about it, you know. But no, there wasn't Roman Catholic people in there. 100%.
To RC school. They're good schools though, isn't it?
RC. Oh, I mean, arguably. I mean, once again, right now I believe in Montessori, bro. I didn't even know what Montessori was back when I was. I didn't even know what Montessori was with my 17-year-old. I've only known about Montessori since I've had my toddlers. It's a different way of learning. It's a different way of learning. So you know when they say like youths go into school too early. Yeah, bro. I've been a primary school teacher. Like I'm telling you, I've been about nonetheless active, and I've done secondary school teaching. And I've done Peru teaching. So I'm just deep in that. I've got history in all this. You know what Peru is, yeah?
I know what Peru is. Hold on 1 second.
Go on, do you, bro? Man's answering call. I'm gonna go get my
yo. I'm just buzzing in it. I'm streaming. Guys, this is don't bring it on camera though, innit? Yeah. This is we got Chinks we got a special guest. That's it. He's buzzing in. No product. They ain't pay no money for that. No product placement. He's trying to put some drink on. Like I'm like, yo.
They used to sponsor me. To be fair, they did.
Oh yeah, they're gonna bring you in now, man.
To be fair, they did. They used to.
Guys, we got this guy. Car, you want to come late? Car, he's a celebrity in this. Is coming late. Them celebrity man there. They don't want to come on time. Pause for come on time, because they definitely don't want to. Yeah, they definitely don't want to come on time. Pause for come on time.
That one would have. I shouldn't have said that. That one would have slide. But that one would have gone true, bro. If you didn't say nothing, bro.
That won't slide.
Anyways, I'm not even repeating the thing.
Nah, they don't want that. They don't want that. I know. That's what I'm saying. He moves slow. Like he's on some.
Where were we? What were we talking about?
He's on some. I'm taking long to get through. So I'm saying that's what we're cooking up.
So we move.
Nah, you just.
I'm going to groove it.
You was telling us about.
Man,
So what? You don't link up with none of these. What about eczema babes? Ain't no things like that with the eczema. No, you're not on.
Oh, you're deep.
Like I always think that. Like you got eczema.
I will say.
You're not attracted to eczema.
I will say. No. Well, I'm not. No, not. That's not the answer to his question. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. With like. Attraction comes with the person.
Bro, you look like little Dirk over there, bro.
Why are you trying to...
Dirk, bro, you look like free Dirk. You look like...
Attraction comes... and plus, attraction is perception. So when I say perception, like you might see someone with asthma and not be attracted to them.
Who? Asthma?
Asthma. Something as blind as asthma.
Why am I going to not be attracted to
I say blind. Asthma is not blind. Like, by the way, asthma is not blind. You can see asthma when people are walking and talking. Boom.
As long as she look good, the booty right. What's the asthma got the pump? But to be fair, you don't want to give her too many pumps.
But you're done giving a pump. I mean, you've been done for pumping. She pumping.
She pumping. Hey, she pumping.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a celebrity.
Are you telling me? You good?
You got
Man,
sweets.
come with the sweet. I was just gonna tell him as well.
We got there sweets, cake.
And some air fried plant in the side.
What's that? Okay. That's an air fried plant.
I don't know. Apricots.
What you say?
Well, true.
What you say, big things? What on?
Oh, he's over there. I thought you were me.
Bro, this guy's a celebrity, bro. Man's like an hour late, bro. It's fine, it's cool. I appreciate you. Bro, he's a celebrity, bro. These men are moving to Hollywood on, man. You get me? It's cool, bro. Hey, why's your boy trying to send me videos of him fucking... He's saying to me he's got the shitters. He's got shitters. He said he's got food poisoning. He's gassing. Nah, he looks stressed though, like... You look stressed.
But you get out what you put in, innit? You know what I mean? Have I ever filmed the pub with a belly? Yeah. You know what I mean? And this is what's wrong with the community. The man will turn around and blame the white man right, they don't get nowhere. You get me? Blame slavery.
I get what he's saying though, bro. He's not lying to it. But that's what I was saying earlier. But it depends.
What you saying?
Yeah, man, you get out of this life what you put in.
Oh, you know you look like you man from Love Island.
That's the big disrespect.
I didn't know who he's talking
about.
Love Island.
I hear that. I do hear that too. But I didn't even know who he's talking about.
No, he's done well for me. I can't remember. What's saying? You're my nigga, you know.
Is it?
My brother, yeah. Oh, don't say that. My Somali guy said they told me he's not black.
No, but you know what? If you understand the relationship between blacks and Somalis,
I know, I get it.
I mean,
But
Go on, educate me.
So when the feds pull you over, let me see what they say.
This is what I don't like because the feds don't get to dictate what we are, man.
Oh, from 100 meters.
Educate me.
Can I say
Educate me. What's the difference between blacks and Somalis? Just
He said
quickly.
it's not black.
Well, not difference, but the history.
Product of migration. You see that when the whites were the only ones here before the Windrush, when the new people came in, they get a hard time because you're the new thing here.
Right, I get that. I do get that. Oh,
so I think the blacks adopted that mentality.
And then the Somalis came in.
That's why the Jamaican, the Caribbean, African.
Yeah, I do know that. I do know that.
Africans migrated before Africans.
Yeah, I do know that.
Time
Yeah, I get you.
When they came, so they continued the same thing they were mistreated with. So there was a point when Somalis started coming and black people would disrespect them and call them names. So for you making such a clear distinction of us when we were growing up, you can't blame a Somali now who was discredited for not being black and being Somalian to want to grow up and say he's black.
I get that.
Do you get what I mean?
I get that.
It's a product of experience. Because once we're all past a certain melanin percentage, I suppose we're all classed as black. Do you get what I mean? But
I wonder what that percentage must be. What's a good question? What is? Yeah, that's a quiz night one. What's the percentage? What's the legal percentage you have to be?
Yeah, that's it. Legal.
Mad.
What's
Illegal,
my guy?
bro.
What's my guy?
Gang. Come on, good night, good evening, and good morning, wherever you are.
This is the eczema little.
Mandem's voice.
Yo, the eczema dirt.
Free dirt, man.
You look like little dirt. Look like
Have you not spoke about that?
Eczema dirt.
No, I spoke about that.
Would you?
Say, I
Is
will
that
show
a
the
topic
dreads,
you want to
though.
speak
I'm just
on?
going to flow the dreads for
What do
them.
you speak about?
I don't know, man. I think it's fitting. I think a bigger message towards the youth, I suppose,
Yeah.
expressed. In fact, that's the only positive I can think
Yeah,
of.
I'm trying to tell people positive stuff. Wait, are we filming?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you just left. Yeah, it's all recorded. It's all recording.
What have you lot done so far?
No, I'll just introducing him.
Okay.
We're just having a little conversation. I'll just get a little bit, it's all good. It's all
Yo, Chinks, let me ask you a question, my guy. Do you know anyone that has a skin condition? Anyone? Any kind of skin condition? Like, I'm not any kind of skin condition.
Eczema's quite common, I suppose.
Yeah.
Only really eczema. I know a couple gal who got bad skin. But I feel like that's a personal choice.
I wanted to bust the first time he said it. I was like, wait.
How can man say, wow?
Yeah,
Alright.
don't think that's a condition. So,
So
no,
the ones that you're thinking of that have eczema, are they male, female?
yeah, my brother had eczema, but not bad. I had a cousin that had it bad.
Okay, this has come up like when they're younger, yeah?
Yeah, and I
Okay,
had a.
so they're growing out of it more or less. That's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
I think my godmother's niece had really bad.
All right,
Really
all
bad
right,
eczema.
all right. Well, if you listen, I'm running a nice little meetup. Okay, nice little. It's hoping it's gonna be big, but running a men's meetup.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good, man. What are the
meetup.
conditions?
Well, the first meetup's going to be for skin conditions. Any skin condition. That's the first meetup. We got a lot coming of different topics in terms of meetups. But the first one's going to be skin condition. It's happening on November the 2nd, next Saturday. So
Big up,
think
man,
about
that's
it.
good.
Think about it. Hopefully this comes out before then. But yeah, other than that, just wanted to ask a question, bro. Literally. Just wanted to ask a question.
You know, it's
in terms
mad.
of your brother. Oh, I was going to ask quickly. How old were you when? Oh, not how old were you, but like, did you see or like, was it bad? How bad was it? Like, was it
really that-
Was it a lot of cream or was it just kind
Yeah, I
of?
remember he had it's Dipra base.
Yeah.
I think he used
All your
Dipra
knowledge
base.
is more or less for your brother, right?
And he had the bath in Oilatum.
Olatum.
Oilatum. That's
Yeah.
that's what I remember.
My Jenna.
Yeah.
The fact you remember this,
Oilatum.
you know?
Yeah.
The fact you remember
That
this
blue
as
bottle.
a, as,
yeah. I
As a-
remember that.
I get that, but as a witnessing brother, it's nice to just. That's a story of you. That she'll step in with eczema, but it's cool. Keep moving. We're all right. We're all right.
It's- you know what it is with
How did you get rid of it? Go out of it.
I think he did. I don't think it affects him to this day.
A lot of people
okay,
go out
cool.
of it.
Yeah, I get that. 100%.
But then you know what I heard, which is conspiracy theory is a bit extreme. But so say for example, yeah, you live in like a bad environment, a bad area, loads of metal around you, your pipes have loads of fuckeries in it, which means your water's contaminated, which means what you're digesting and putting on your skin on a daily
Yeah,
basis
100% is taking.
ain't the most healthy
get
stuff. So not all the way, but there's some people that, due to the conditions they live in, can develop.
We're saying poverty creates eczema.
Not directly, but do you know what I mean?
But I get you. I get what you're saying because
I water it
I mean,
good.
I appreciate that, but not it doesn't affect everyone. But it affects everyone differently. I will say that much as well. Necessarily, if anything. But personally, I think eczema is along the lines of yes, what you take and put in. So going back to what I was saying, like when you said what's the heal of eczema, I was like, there's not one. Yeah. So I think, bro, if I was living like in Trinidad, fresh water, all good, sea salt, beaches, perfectly
Might
within
be more
what 10-20
beneficial.
minutes. Huh?
Might be more beneficial for your.
Just in terms of the water. But and maybe the lifestyle. When I was saying earlier, I was like, "Oh, just living in Trinidad, it's just a lifestyle, isn't? Like, you know what I mean? Like the money ain't really the same. Like,
Over there as well.
like, well, but it just listen.
See where he's on.
That will fix your skin condition.
But I get you, 100%. I get, but it's just I'm saying I get you, but it is just that kind of. But yeah, it's a hustle and bustle of London as well. I excuse it sometimes like that, but it's my past demons. It's all the shit I don't talk about. It's the shit I'm trying to get men around the table to talk about and like express. But I will say one thing. See, when I used to write, I had less eczema. Going back to my poetry.
Oh, you should
See,
like
when
express.
when I used to write, I never said it earlier, but
It's
that
therapy.
more or less.
The stress bring it on as well.
Oh, 100%. Oh, like I can experience that just as a day to day, but because I have it generally speaking more or less every day, it's just a small, you know, it's a small thing to me. Whereas someone else will be like, oh, I'm really stressed. I got eczema, but Jimmy, I'm like, oh yeah, Jimmy.
That's a good segue. Cause like,
that's
saying
what
you
I'm
wanted to
trying
get
to
like an arena for men to talk.
That's it, bro.
I think that because
that's it, like, bro.
You cracked on something there. So you see when you said about stress, it's like, would you say you stress a lot?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like, give me in depth, or just if you two could, because I'm a person. Yeah, I've always like been the class clown, innit? I don't really take a lot seriously. Like, do you know what I mean?
Likewise.
And what people have told me is that it's like a coping mechanism. So I don't really,
100%.
I don't really,
100%.
do you know what I mean? I don't really dwell on stuff, and so I can't honestly
I
tell you lot that I take on a lot of stress, because anything that fusses me for a while, I occupy my brain to the point where I forget about it, or I might self-medicate in whatever.
So I've been told that's exactly what I do. Like I deep that, but I've been told.
Get rid of the problem, does it?
So what could
and I've been told that that's just locking it away, and that's the little small things that you've been doing since you were a youth.
Yeah.
When I deep that, like I feel like that's past why I'm had eczema as bad as I had when I was youth. I used to lock away a lot of shit. I went through a lot when I was young, bro. Well, I say that everyone did. I'm not trying to undermine anyone else's, but do you know what I mean? It's just like, and I had to experience, and I think I had to experience going back to being the class clown and shit. Hey, bro, when I was in school, when eczema didn't have me in hospital, I was that class clown, bro. Like, you get me? Sometimes people would call me mummy. I used to play up to it because I had bandages, going back to what I told you I had. It was crazy. And all that was all kind of...
Bro,
so it's just levels.
You got to understand, yeah, like...
That's how I see it. Like, but I do get that. I do get that class clown vibe. And just always trying to catch a joke.
Yeah.
Like, but by catching a joke, sometimes you're locking stuff for you. I need to take my own advice. I do the same shit kind of thing. But sometimes it's not always... Trust me, I've had the girls go, yo, you can't just have a deep conversation with you. I'm like, you can, but... I don't have a serious conversation, you know,
not to
about feelings or that kind of. But we need to start doing that, get in an arena to have those deep conversations. Because I think that's what.
Let me. So, what would you two say? Give me some things that stress you.
Kids, but not in a bad way. I love kids, but that's, you know what I mean. My kids.
Your kids.
Yeah. Well, it's not stress. It's just a thing to make money to. Keep kids.
That could be seen as drive. You use the kids as your motivation to drive yourself.
It is, and it has had that at times. But
see, when I hear this shit, I'm like,
yeah, better you than me.
I could get a one-way ticket now.
Bro, like, am I fucked up, bro? Like,
nah,
fucked up.
You've done it the correct way.
Nah.
I know I have, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. I would just say, like, there's not one girl out there that I've dated that I think, oh my god,
she could have been the baby mother, or you would have been happy with her being the baby
mother. In
actual
fact, I would be vexed. Like, I'd be like,
so. But we've all been there, bro.
But what do I stress about, man? I stress about all the things that I don't know, man. Like active, grinding men stress about, like all the things. Like, you get me? Like, but the difference is you don't really. It's just life, innit? Like as a man, you don't get to complain. Well, you can, but no one cares, really.
You're perceived as weak if you do.
Yeah, and so obviously,
I was gonna say, don't say no one cares. I feel that the right environment will care.
No one cares because life, everyone's got
their own. I get that. I do get that.
So the moment
totally
you start thinking that my issues are more important than yours, do you get me? As a man, we have to handle stuff because what happens is when we have 1,000 men that are crying, saying that no one cares, you just have a bunch of men that.
Let me just deep something quickly though. I get what you're saying about that aren't men.
No, not aren't men.
Oh right, okay, cool.
That aren't proactive. Like you can't.
No, but it's not that. It's not that. So
if you create a culture which encourages men to basically do that, what happens is, yes, you can have one or two, but you're gonna have now an army of men that becomes. And so one of these things as a man is you have to get up and go. You might have to wake up at 5 a.m. You might have to get. Most people do jobs they don't want to do. Most people have to get up and go. This is what it is to be a man. Like you're gonna have to provide. You're gonna have to pay for things. It's like it's not fun being a man, but it's one of the things to being a man. So it's like when I say I stress because all the things that we have to do in order to be a man, like and to be a man that is seen to be active and being productive and to be something. Not anyone can listen. Anyone can
just get by.
Yeah, but you know already, especially in our culture, getting by. Like so I'm saying in other cultures you could just get by and people still care. In our culture, like getting by, women don't want no man that's just getting by, and that's unfortunate. Like it's not my fault. I didn't create that, and at the same time, I like to work. I like to go, like it's just in me. Like some people just that's them, and then I've got obviously back home my dad, and there's certain things that I have to start stepping into the role of start doing, and it's like like responsibility, the finance that's gonna have to take the calm to step to the role of what my dad's like. There's a lot of things that's on my mind now. Like, you get me, and obviously doing all the content that I'm doing, and I'm human, man. Like, some days you get. I've had a lot of viral clips, bro. Like, so obviously mentally, like, I'm there, I'm cool, man. But I just mean, you have days where it's, I don't know, like, I'm just grateful for being in the space, and I'm just trying to work. So it's like, then you have the pressure, you have the stress of, okay, cool.
I see what you just kind of, I think you provided in that little thing you did there, you provided a solution to a lot of people, because you see, like you were saying, like, all the stuff that, like, the responsibilities you take on and how much it weighs you down. You, for a moment there, you seem like you was going into a place where, you know, when you get stuck in the emotion too much and you're not acting, but then you kind of gave yourself the motivation in what you were saying, the fact that to take care of what I need to take care of, I need to do these things. So you didn't get to sit in the emotion, because there's sitting in your emotion and not taking no action, or there's taking action in it. So even in that split moment of vulnerability where you're like, these things are weighing on me, you automatically, it wasn't even a 0.1 of a second when you sat there, you automatically reminded yourself, shit needs to get done, and I've got to keep going.
Because the answer to my problem is always shit that has to get done. See,
bingo.
When you cry to people, you go to people, they try to give you options which don't involve shit getting done. It's like, oh, babe, don't. No, if you come to me, I'm going to be like, listen, you need to do this.
You find solutions for problems.
Well, yeah, because that's
some people just want to woe in the problem.
woe in it, and that's
it's not about. Wait. Are you trying to say that's what I'm trying to create? No. I'm trying to create a group of mandem that are going to cry and not be proactive. I'm just asking. All right, cool. But what I will say, but and as you said it, I was even thinking of. So the whole push is going to be called Mention It, lads. So as you know, it's called Mention It. Yeah. It's just meant to.
Wait, are you talking? Is it on Saturday? Like, when is it?
No, the first one's it's going to be on Saturday, but there's going to be follow ones. There's going to be ones for Mandem that morning, and it's not a case of we want people to come and just bawl about their past dad. We want people to come and just talk about kind of simple. I say simple. I don't even want to level it. Like, they can talk about whatever they want to talk about. So like, in terms of they might be watching, but done this. But going back to what you just said, you said about social media stress, yeah, ish. You touched on that for a minute. Yeah. There's people that actually live and go through life. Hence why you see certain celebrities get to certain levels and do their thing. Like, there's levels to, like, anything spectrum. Yeah. But who knows? In time to come, a little thing for Mandem, big Mandem. Who knows if you'll be on it? I'm joking. Do you know what I mean? To come on, I'm just thinking. I was like, that's a good idea.
No, I'll talk. Like,
look, that's what I'm trying to say.
My thing is this: I'll talk, innit? But
we're all here to talk, but not to create less of a man, but just, if anything, create more of a man, to sit in feelings at certain times and to talk about certain feelings, and then also leave and still be the proactive man that, in this instance, that eczema or psoriasis or vitiligos stop them from being to a degree, because obviously all these men are still living. Like, I've met eczema men that are making good guap and doing a thing, but they still have their reserves, or they don't have a gag.
I think,
and that's what I'm talking about.
I think what you're talking about is something slightly different. So in regards to eczema, I think, and mental, like, you should have a space where people can go in there and speak. Like, but I'm talking about something slightly different. I'm talking about men being proactive and not dealing with. That's what I was thinking. No, I'm talking about, like, society. I keep trying to put out that men are supposed to be men and be proactive, but society,
the world wants to soften it up.
Yeah, they want to soften it up, and they want to soften the blow, and all of these things do not help society. The reason why society has been held together is because we have strong men and strong leaders.
The women are turning out to have all the masculinity.
The reason why women are complaining about men is because they don't like the men they are getting, but at the same time, they push narratives.
No, but they want those men. Exactly.
No, they don't want weak men, because when they get them, they don't respect them and they take the piss out of them.
No. They don't want weak men, but they do want men that have. There's a yin and yang with everything.
Go on.
Yeah? Just putting it out there, innit? And there's a lot of men that have more yang than yin. And there's a lot of men that have like 60-40. They want those men. In terms of the women, personally, I feel they want those men that can be, for them, soft.
But men are not builder bears.
But they can still be a man when all the other boxes need to be ticked.
So here's the problem.
Do you not get what I'm saying?
The problem. See, men are not builder bears. Most men are one or the other. Okay, some men can be both, but most men are gonna either be.
It's a rarity that men are both, but it's majority.
But that's what I'm saying. It might be a 60-40 vibe. It might be a 70-30 vibe. And she might work the 40. But do you know what I mean?
But okay, so then in order to get that, how many men she got to get run through?
I get you, but I'm just saying. But don't say they don't want them. I feel they want them. But it's a case where we, as men, need to know how to balance that.
If I go and tell women now where these men are, they don't want these men. This is the thing. They do not want these men are there.
What do you say you are then? What do you say you are? 90-10?
No, I'm saying to them.
I'm saying you are, though?
No, it's not. No.
For woman, I know I'm 100% man.
No,
100% man. There's no softness to you. There's no...
To a degree, with my gal and my pickney and emotion in that way, but that's backed behind a lot of logic.
No, but that's part of masculinity.
Yeah.
So hold on.
Part of masculinity, to be fair. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
So let me explain something. Yeah. Being able to show love and being able to play with your child and show love to your woman is part of masculinity. That is not I have to make you understand.
Some men are hard.
No, but part of my So
wow, pause. Whoa. There's been a few of them tonight from you as well.
Part of being masculine, yeah, is being able to show love. Okay, yeah, all right. So that is not feminine trait. They keep trying to act like showing love is a feminine thing, right? A man is supposed to be able to show love, because if you can't show love, then what are you?
You can't reproduce.
So this whole thing is women do not want. It makes me laugh because all of these men are there, and then especially for the women that are following, these men are in the comments. They do not pick them. All of these men that you're talking about are the men that follow these women.
I get you. I do get
They do not pick them.
I do get that.
They never pick them.
They don't want them. They don't want them. Yeah, I get you. That's what they want, the money.
No, but I'm saying.
I get you.
If your theory is true.
You'd be surprised. There'll be a lot of sugar daddies.
No, but I'm saying if your theory is true and we want to run with your theory, then they should go and pick these men. That's all I'm saying.
Nah. Yeah, because, I get you. I totally get you, but that's different because that's social media nastiness and all that weirdness that goes on there. I don't know.
I just think.
But I get you.
Everyone can everyone can make a choice, and there's lots of good women out there, and man will choose to go and get with the baddies or whatever they choose to go and get with. But you can't say that there's no good women out there. Yeah. But you made a choice, right? Based upon what you like, okay, or what you're attracted to. Difference is a lot of people don't want to be honest about what they like. So I'm saying to you, yeah. Do you get me?
Facts.
They like some man like hoes. They do. They do.
Gospel. Traveling horism.
Yeah, right. And someone I'll be real, a lot of hoes are good company.
They are.
Because
because good women are a bit boring at times.
No, listen. No, because if we're gonna keep it 100, yeah, like shout out to listen, the whole
shout out all the hoes.
because
you not going down one day. Slippery slope.
No, it's not even a slippery slope. It's empowered. You can't even shame women now. It's empowered. They'll be like, I know I'm proud, yeah.
Jeez, they do empower it. You do make a point.
What do you mean? Bonnie Blue's out there blabbing 100 youths and that, like university boys and that.
I don't know who Bonnie Blue is.
So But what are you saying though, Chinks, man? Talk to me, man. Go on, man.
Good, man. I can't complain, man.
What's good, man? What's been popping, man?
What, like in terms of content or just
content? Man? What's popping, man?
What, like stuff to discuss? Like, I don't know if you want to touch on P Philly or and touch on topics of that sort, or
you can chat on P.
There's Chris Kaba, or there's
we could talk Chris Kaba if you want.
You conducting drug deals in dark corners.
There's a lot.
Why was I not in that hallway? I'm joking.
That's the most. Yeah, there's not really much else going on apart from those.
You know the Chris Kaba thing. I don't even want to It's a weird.
It's touchy.
What I'll say is, I've been supporting it the whole time. The family online for the last how many years I've been posting it, been speaking about it, taking a lot of flack for it. When obviously the verdict come out, that was the first time I actually. I don't know, man. I should have known better, but for the first, I just thought what, you know what I mean? Something just said to me, this time might be different.
I had the exact same.
Yeah, I never believed
when
that.
I saw the video.
Yeah.
When I saw the video,
that baits everything.
There's less of an argument that we as a black people can have.
That baits everything.
So
do you get what I mean? Not saying it's correct and he should have died. There's other ways they could have dealt with it, but but up until, as you said, the verdicts, I didn't see that footage.
Yeah, but to be fair,
No one did.
To be fair, no one saw it. So the jury didn't see it. Anyone didn't see it.
Didn't they?
No.
Nah, the jury didn't see it. Nothing.
So
which is also exactly.
So which means they convicted him without seeing it. So now they've seen it. If they ever saw that before,
How can they make a decision?
No, because they didn't want to.
Because it happened.
Because basically they didn't want to. They didn't want to. It wasn't. They didn't want to like sway the jury and stuff, innit? And so to be fair, people are arguing said, "Oh, the jury should have seen that."
Yeah.
But at the same time, they still came to the same decision.
That they would have
true,
seen it. Yeah.
true.
You know what I mean?
True.
What I will say is man, R.I.P. Chris Kaba, man.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, man. I wish you and yours all the best and my condolences. And hopefully you never have to experience this again. And it's sad enough you did. But I think we would all want from this traumatic experience to not have to go through it again.
And that's really what I want to focus on. I don't want to talk about the ins and outs.
It gets too emotional.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Like, there's been enough people.
There's a whole ecosystem
Yeah,
around that. I don't want to get dragged into.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you say, you're gonna be upsetting. But what I will say is, I just want to talk about. I want to talk about the video of the actual like. You remember because they was talking about he rammed the police. I was defending. I was like, no, he didn't. I was like, no. Bro, like, when I saw that video, all I can say, I don't know if any... have you ever been pulled up by armed police?
No.
I have once.
Oh, is it? Driver or passenger?
Driver.
You never been pulled up by armed police?
Never.
Oh, so what?
You have, innit?
Yeah, so this is what they do. It's called a hard stop, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
What they'll do is, when the armed police come...
Mad,
they come with 3 cars, innit? Yeah. One will go at the front, one come at the back, and they'll cut
side.
And they'll be, oh, please don't fucking me, put your arms in, you fucking cunt, don't you fucking...
You know what's mad? You see the way he's just performed that?
Yeah.
I weren't with him and he weren't with me.
Yeah.
And
that's exactly
I'm the fucking with my fucking bro, I'm the fucking with my hands. That's how
I don't know if it's fair. You'd think they'd snorted a line before they came and
the way they come
they are,
fucking shoot you.
Like you could tell they're gagging.
They are gagging.
They're not on no joke.
They are no jokes, yeah. If you've ever been pulled over by armed police, and I've been a few times, bro, let me tell you something. You fucking comply.
Yeah.
They will bun you. They will kill you in an instant. And in this country, it's not like in America. They got like 9 mils. They stop you. You wake up they'll shoot you. Wake up. Handcuffed. Yeah. In this country, MP5s, bro, when they shoot, they kill. So all I'm going to say, because there's been a lot of conversation about, the police should protect. I don't know, bro. I was raised like this. Maybe because I was African and I came to this country. My mom told me, listen, the police will kill you. Like these are some of the things my mom told. My mom told me a lot of things.
And even if you're not told that, you've seen examples of.
I've seen examples of obviously
all the riots I've been to is.
So I just want to.
I wasn't there, sorry. But.
I want to put out because he was a lot younger than us. Yeah. So I think there seems to be because a lot of podcasts, everyone's been talking about how the police should act. Listen, I'm gonna say something, right? I'm not talking about. I want to put out to the youths.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is to the kids out there, especially like people start talking about but they treated these white guys differently versus these black guys, yeah, and showing video. Are you not aware that we get treated differently? It's crazy to me that people are actually saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe that the white guys didn't they treat." Like, this is something that you're quite aware of, right? If you allow them to put you in a scenario, this is what they're going to go and do. They're ruining his name. They're dragging his name through the mud, right, yeah? And so what's happened now is, the reason they're releasing all these videos is because they don't want to create a martyr. They don't want to create another Mark Douglas scenario. So why did they release that on the day that, bro, all of a sudden they started releasing it. Now you got all these GB News people talking and, bro, who was that guy that they had on TV, man, that they interviewed, man, on GB News, that guy, bro? Like, who was one of the worst speakers they've ever put on TV, man. I think his name was Kenneth Sutton on the Street Fathers. Did you see the clip? No.
Oh, I did. The guy that came from Street Father. I didn't.
Bro,
watch
you
it,
don't
though.
listen.
I know exactly.
No, respectfully, shout out to them, man.
He was on the right hand side of it.
Listen,
I remember.
Bro, you don't have the intellectual capacity to speak to those people. Like, you really made us look terribly bad, like very bad. Like if you can't speak, do not go on. Man, them. If you can't speak, Do not go get a spokesperson. Do not put yourself on camera to speak about something that's gonna make the family look bad. Like you're literally just terrible. Just terrible.
I hate when a good point is presented by someone or good argument presented by someone.
And you're having these people just eating up the thing and making man look bad. So I want to part to the youths. I don't want to see these things happen to the youths. That was sad, man. Like,
yeah, facts.
You get me? Because they will take your life. You know, they will take your life.
We've seen too many examples of it happening
and they will get away with it. Even if they do it by mistake, they'll get away with it. Yeah. Let alone if you give them any reason to. So I just think when you
don't give them no reason.
Don't give them
all
any
that ramming of the cars gave them enough reason to on the day as well. So
and I'm still not saying it's correct.
And it's not correct. 100%.
In this life, everything's about justification.
Exactly.
Do you get what I mean?
And that gave them enough
what is
reason.
stopping us all from doing something mad?
They're gonna kill me, blood.
But what's not stopping someone else doing something mad is justification.
Exactly.
There's some people, like, for lack of a better subject, like say for example, they might have been abused when they were younger, so they grow up to abuse people.
Yeah, I get you.
Because in their brain, it happened to me, so it's okay for me to do it to other people. Anything is justification that makes a human decide whether they want to do something or not, innit? So I'm not saying it's correct what the officer did, but what Chris did, I can understand why the officer justified himself to do what he did.
And you know what it is, yeah? I find I've seen a lot of shout out to Mini Man, shout out to Mini Man. I see him speak on it, and a lot of people were trying to Mini speaks on Mini. I like what Mini does, man, and the things he speaks about. He's quite confident speaker, and he's willing to speak on issues, social issues that not a lot of people will do. And one of the problems within the black, man, you know what? Yeah, man, I love the black. See, I realized something of late. My problem stem from the fact that I'm not actually from the black community. It's weird. I'm from the African community. So where the problems and the culture primarily within this culture is a Caribbean community culture, because that's what
I think they migrated in our span of being here. I think we migrated slightly before you.
Come on, the culture. Africa is now, but the culture, right? Yeah,
100%.
And I think a lot of the way I was raised, a lot of the things, ideas that I have are based on the African upbringing, right? Yeah. So sometimes I think the disconnect happens with when I speak to people is because they don't raise like that, and they don't necessarily, they don't like. So how I look at things, and I think sometimes I don't know.
No, I think what you're trying with an African culture, to a degree, right is right and wrong is wrong, and it's very simple and plain.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean? But I think I don't know if you want to say black culture or within certain parts of a black culture, the lines are a bit blurred.
Yeah.
So some things are bad, like some things are good, but then some things people within this culture do, it's not viewed as bad. So say, for example, drug dealing, or, you know what I'm saying, county lines and stuff like that. So that is a bad thing within your culture. You don't do those things.
Yeah.
But in this country, it's glamorized and kind of rewarded.
Yeah.
And even in America to a degree. So the lines are a bit more blurred, dependent culturally.
Yeah.
If I understand what you're saying to it.
Yeah.
Because Africa is no, yes or no. Maybe within some subcultures of Africa, fraud might be seen as acceptable. Do you get what I mean? Because it's like, you know, the whole the Robin Hood aspect, stealing from and giving
to the poor.
So the lines are a bit blurred within our culture to a degree.
Well, you know what it is, yeah? It's like I have to kind of remember who I am, and this is the thing. It's like it's been a journey that I'm on now, and I'm kind of enjoying the journey I'm on. But it's like people have seen hyper inflated like clips and examples of me or caricatures of me, but I'm very cool, I'm very chilled, I'm like very calm. I don't really rise up for anything which isn't
that don't get clips though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
an engagement.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean? So that's because it's not even necessarily your choice. Because there's other parts of your personality that if you could choose for that to go viral, you would.
Yeah.
But the internet and the algorithms take what they take.
But also that also involves with like people you sit down with and the places that you put yourself in anyway. But what I'm trying to say is like the problems that I see within the culture that's going on, really and truly, I could just say, well, hold on a minute, I'm not like I'm African, like I'm British, but whatever. But I can just look towards the other issues and the problems, whatever, and it will take me away from a lot of the, like. I'm not saying that African people are not part of the culture, but I think a lot of the things that I'd be going up against and the stuff, I'm like, well, that's not really our life anyway, really. So whose life am I trying to save? Like
I see what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't agree with that anyway, so why am I down this path of having to defend this?
Yeah, like if these people want to be the way they are, then let them be, because Americans, the way Americans speak about Africans, Americans don't look at Africans like, so I'm saying to you, so
a disconnect.
Yeah, there's a huge disconnect. So I'm like, if there's a disconnect with the culture that you're trying to help, right, yeah, and then they're gonna criticize you because look, the reason we have problems within our community, yeah, because we glamorize and we love bad man. We love the, we love killers, bro. We glorify the killers and we don't like, look, cool. Little Dirk. All right, so Little Dirk just got jammed up, all right, for the murder of murder for hire for Littleton, which was
Little Pam.
Little Pam, yeah, which is Kwanda Wando's cousin, innit? Yeah. Because my man shot King Von, innit? Kwanda Wando, innit?
No, Little Tim.
Little Tim, yeah.
Murdered.
King Von, and got away with it. And then anyway, so but look, my man's gotten jammed up now, yeah, and there's all. Like, he's gotten jammed up, right? And I remember Major Fink post up and he was like, oh, they took my boy. And Broken Heart, shout out to Major Fink, is my guy still. When they said Broken Heart, I thought he died. I was like, raw. Then I read the thing and I was like, got jammed up. And then I read the comment and I was like, wait, hold on a second. How are we more upset for the guy that's gone to jail for like setting up the high or killing the guy versus the guy that got killed? Like what about the guy that got killed's family? So this is the same thing.
One makes good music.
Yeah, so this is kind of like, even like similar thing, with other scenarios, yeah, it's like people don't think about the family. They only ever think about the other person because we don't care about that.
It's entertainment to us. We don't really deep down care. Just know that this person entertains me more than you.
Yeah.
So that's who I'm going to gravitate to.
So they used to troll him about you won't slide for Von. Then you slide for Von, and then you lose everything. Like, you can't win. This is what I said to you about the internet. And if you try to appease these people, you will never win because they'll forever have you jumping through hoops to try to appease them. And this is what I was trying to say to you with of late. Like, it's if you try to always like, then you don't work for yourself. You don't have your own, like, people control you.
You're not even living your life for you.
Yeah. And at some point you have to ask yourself, and these are things that I've had to do to myself as well, primarily why I'm on content making creators. Like, who was I before the ends or whatever it is made
before you people were trying to make you conform and fit into what's going on. Who was you true to you?
Yeah, who was you?
Yeah.
And it's one of the hardest things to do because...
And the longer you leave it, the more difficult it
becomes.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm now in a later stage of my life, whatever, doing something that I could have done time ago. You don't think I could have done this time ago? Of course I could have, man. I'm not saying that like it wasn't supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Do you get me? But you don't think I could have been doing this time ago?
People get caught up in doing what they think will be received well and what everyone else is doing and don't want to stand out.
Yeah.
So they end up doing some, and as you said, it back into the Little Dirk. Now he's facing life and possibly the death penalty. Doing what other people might have persuaded him or annoyed him into doing, which is... Because it's funny, because you see that whole, that thing where you said you had to go back into who you was and find you, yeah? Was there like a moment in your life that made you do that?
Bro, it's been happening, it happened around pandemic time. That was the beginning.
Oh, okay.
But that was the start when I was like, when everything messed up, everything slowed down for a little bit and, you know what I mean? Like business and a few other things I had a bit tight. I was like, I just wasn't happy, man. Like, you get me? And I was doing things, I had things going on, but I was just like, creatively, I wasn't happy. Like, and it wasn't about money, man. I just didn't. I remember I said to my brethren, I don't feel like I'm using all of my talents. So God said to me, like, then I was like, oh, who was I before? And then that was the beginning of me, like, okay, cool. And I started going along a route of creative, like, some other stuff, whatever. But that kind of led me to here. But I had to say that, yo, I didn't know, but I just knew I wasn't happy. Like, it wasn't just about money. Like, you know what I mean? So you get me? It was, and then obviously 2020 was a crazy time as well, and a lot of things was going on. So it made me think, and it was a good time to kind of think about.
It's a reset.
Yeah, but that was the mentality. That was the start of thinking differently. But recently, it's just been. Now it was like, you know, my mother. Like, I had some conversation with my mum and my dad, and my mum was just, you know, she was like, "Son, you're an extremely intellectual person. You know, you're a university graduate. Remember who your father is, the chief, and remember where you come from." And she was just like, "I don't want to see any clips of you online. You know, fighting or looking mad or being out of context when you don't need to be." You know what I'm saying? And she said, most of these people that you sit next to, they're not worth what you know. She just said, like, you know what I'm saying? She just said, just got to remember, we support what you're doing, and to remember, you know, who you are. And it was a kind of a reset for me. It was like, you know, without being respectfully speaking, you know what I mean? I'm a very important person back where I'm from, and I'm an important person here, but more importantly to culturally. And there's things that culturally I'm going to have to do, and I have to start turning into that person that can do those things culturally. And that's going to have to, that's going to take maturity. It's going to take a level of, I definitely got to fight. Yeah, no, I can definitely be. You can lead the village, but it's going to take more than that. You need to be able to sit down with people that you don't like, and you need to be able to sit down and have hard discussions. Pause for the hard discussions, but that's what chiefs do. Do you understand? Like, it's not what you. You're gonna have to be elevate and evolve to be something. And you know, especially with there's other things that I want to get into as well. So if I really want to go into the next stage and elevate, like, I have to be able to manage my emotions and able to manage how I handle scenarios and you know.
You know, it's funny, you know, I don't know if it's a...
Can I just say that inspired me? Sorry. That inspired me,
I don't know if it's
you got to do what chiefs do. I was like,
if
yes.
it's not a colour thing, or I suppose it's a culture thing of how you've grown up here. I think we all have it to a degree. So you see that whole have control of your emotions. Like, because you know, like, we all, that saying, I'm not having it. You know, there's a mentality we have on the streets and the road to a degree where I'm not having it, because if you get seen as weak out here, you're food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we tend to adopt that mentality across the board with everything we do, and you can't adopt that everywhere because it gets you in trouble and holds you back, innit?
Yeah.
So the way like I'm trying to get better at controlling my emotions, because at the moment, as much as I think I'm as cool, there's still things that I will lose my head over, and there's still things that will, if I'm approached or dealt with a way, it can trigger me, and I can lose my cool. And I've noticed that whole not being able to keep composure and not lose my cool was actually costing me money. Do you get what I mean? So I've noticed that's one of my biggest tests. Is there's some things I'm not going to be able to put up with and I don't like, but be able to deal with it and put up with it to get what I need to get out of the situation.
Exactly.
And that's a lot of my biggest battles. I don't know if it's a masculine thing or...
I was going to say, you're not speaking truth tonight, bro. I feel like I'll be fighting that as well for like 10 years.
Because there's moments, there might have been moments when...
I catch myself sometimes. I'm good. I'm good for like 3-4 months. No. Then there'll be like little catch.
One moment and it's just like, this, it's like sobriety.
Pull me up or something.
Yeah, bro, for me, it's like...
She'll be like, how are you acting? I'm like...
It's just that lying in you.
But like you said, having that... But you do have that... You obviously say you kind of... apply it to all walks of your life in terms of I'm not having it. I'm talking about. But there are. Well, I mean, this is it. You just have to. There are always going to be the I'm not having it bar, so to speak. You just have to manage it. There's depends how many walks of life you have.
For me, once you get into the thing of where, like, it becomes your personality. Because you can't switch it off. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, once you get into having to be somebody, it becomes you. Like, if you have to do the road life, for example, you do it long enough, then that's gonna become you.
You won't be able to shake it off.
You won't be able to shake it off.
You'll be that 50-year-old guy still on the block.
Yeah. No, but even if you transfer into business, you're still gonna have those types of manners. You're gonna have to work to shift it off. So what I'm saying is, like, in order for me personally, like, so one of the reasons why So first of all, it started with the Young Spray episode. A lot of people, you know, messaged me, contacted me. You know, felt like he was being very disrespectful. Felt like, first of all, they wanted to check I was all right, because everyone's like,
that's good.
That was the first thing. Everyone's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" They're like, "Yeah, just because, you know, just because I've seen some clips, you know, manager called me, like a lot of people called me, my cousin called me from America, he wasn't happy at all. And it was because, yes, they were being disrespectful in some ways, yeah. But not in ways where, see, I think I wouldn't go on a platform and like that anyway and get triggered.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like first of all, because you know what it's about and you've seen what it's about, right? But it was because I was, you know, I don't open up a lot like that, and they, you know, he wanted it, and you know, they really wanted the story. So because I've done the story, and then I'm continuously interrupted not to get through to the story. That was a bit that people like, like it wasn't let you speak, and the rest of it. But there was a couple times I was like, but I knew that. First of all, they're trying to trigger me, and if you try to trigger me and I take the bite, that means I don't control my own emotions. My mother's also said to me, I don't want to see any clips of whatever. Remember what we're trying to go and do. And then all I could just think to myself is, this is the head, because I know social media. So once you buy, it's gonna be Chai versus Spray. It's gonna, and I just said no. But I've been here so many times before. I said no,
not today.
I said not. But in my mind, I just said, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this one. And I already knew potentially how it could look, right? But I said,
I've already come to terms with that decision anyway.
And that's when I was speaking to you. Like, I've already come to terms with that. This is now going to be a perceived L to some people. Yeah, there's going to be some people that are going to say some stuff. So I had to, and that was the beginning. I'm trying to say to you, this is the beginning.
That's okay.
Like, of me being able to say, right, I'm not like you guys.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the beginning of me.
You're starting to become more of what, like, you're leading by example to a degree. So you're becoming more of the type of man that who you speak of, who carries himself a certain way, it doesn't get involved with certain less impressive parts of our nature as black people.
Yeah. and I can't, I don't need to try to change. I can't enforce it. Yeah, I can't enforce it. But what I can do is be the types of black man that I'm talking
want more of.
Yeah, that I want more of. And the best thing I can do is lead by an example. And one of the examples is not getting into spats online with my brothers. Do you understand?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
You know, like, it's one of the things, you know, like I did the Sinners show. Shout out to Sinners podcast. You didn't come down.
Sinners. Wait. Oh yeah, the live.
Yeah,
man.
you shagged, man.
No, I fucked up, man. Vehicle issues. Yeah.
And obviously, like, you know, you see the photo with me and King Richards was there, and that you see that.
Yeah, I see him in the crowd.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, is that him?
Yeah. So obviously, like, anyway, that stuff that, you know, the fight and whatever, that was months ago anyway. So it was.
I thought he was gonna refer to the girl. There was a girl who was like bothering you, man, while you were sitting on the chair.
I was gonna talk. I was like, oh, yeah, away, yeah. Man. But I was just saying, we took a picture together, and everyone's like, oh, whatever. But I'm saying, like, whatever happened with me and him, that was never about nothing anyway. That was based upon something, but it doesn't look good either way when we're in the space, and like, that's based upon you. Me personally, I'm trying to cut through in the space, and that.
Oh, you've putting those two scenarios side by side like that perfectly proves, I've learned. I've made this mistake prior, and I've learned from it.
Yeah.
So I'd be a fool to continuously keep repeating the same mistakes by doing something that didn't show me in a good light, that I had people that care about me, love and respect me, and see what my potential could possibly make me be, and taught me the lessons about making this mistake. And I've made a conscious decision to not make this mistake again.
Okay.
I understand.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I was well within my rights to defend myself. But guess what? The saying goes, they say, never argue with a fool because I'm afar.
Yeah.
Argue with a fool far, you can't tell who's who. So it doesn't matter who is right.
Yeah.
Because when the clip goes out, it's just me. Oh, Chyna, keep it fighting again. Like argue. Oh, he's always did it. It doesn't matter if you're right at this stage. You get me? So I'm saying to you, it doesn't matter. It's just another clip.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna sit with people and then they're gonna try to draw you out, and then you get triggered by it. You don't even
letting them win.
You don't even control your emotions. You don't even regulate yourself. Like you're quite a weak man if that can happen. So then what happens is for me and for where I want to go and some of the things that I can speak on, like I had to be able to sit down. I had to be able to sit through that thing with Spray and Chronic, and it was cool. And Chyna, shout out to Chyna, man, big because I enjoyed it. But I'm just trying to make you understand something. I just sit there for me to able to know I can sit there with Piers Morgan.
I hear you. It's all training.
Do you understand?
Practice.
Because if you think that's anything, go to Piers will rip your heart out.
That's a minor, innit? What being pressed intellectually and made to look stupid that's the real pain.
Well, listen,
I don't like to look stupid, you know.
Hey, your dad's a chief. Yeah, my dad's a chief. Oh yeah, chief. Your dad's a chief. Yeah, dad. Bro,
yeah,
can I tell you something?
That's childish.
How can I get triggered by something that respectfully you Jamos have been saying from year 7? Oh, your dad's a chief. Oh, he's a chief. He's a chief. But no, my dad is not just a chief. He's the chief of all chiefs. He's the power ruler. Okay, my dad is a professor. He has 2 PhDs, diplomat for most of his life. Like he has a palace. We have loads of land. Like you don't actually understand the measure of this man. So you can't comprehend what a chief is. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? You can't even comprehend who this man is. You couldn't even understand. That's why people were telling me, like my cousin was like, bro, how are they violent and cheap? I said, but my dad wouldn't care. And the reason he wouldn't care because
he's so much above him.
Because he's so, do you understand?
So far above him.
So at that point is you have to elevate to where this guy is.
Yeah, exactly.
Because why would you care? They have no concept of what we have we live in the top 0.5%, not 1%. Like you have no understanding of the drivers and you have no understanding about the military and you have no understanding about the land and the homes that we own. You have no concept of the amount of land I have.
It's like bees don't tell flies about honey.
I like that saying. I like that saying.
I'm trying to make you understand something. Yeah?
I heard that.
No
That's
concept.
good.
I'm learning the concept of who my father is and what this man has done. I'm learning it. And as I'm learning, I'm like, damn, is that... I need to do better. Do you understand? And so why would I try to say that to you? Because you have no understanding. I have a whole rainforest. You have no concept that I have a whole rain. Man don't understand I have a rainforest. They have no understanding I have land. And it's because of... The idea was you come here, you do well, and you go over. There's things that I have to do now. There's things that he wants me to do, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna, you know what I mean? So that's all part of me stepping into the mindset that I need to do that. So that was the mindset when I've gone to, the Creative Industry Awards. Shout out to Monique in Birmingham.
I could have made it.
There's a viral clip that's going around. Obviously, he sees me. I was getting an interview. Shout out to SOMG Media, some young content creators. They were there, and they said to me, you spoke about Backchat Sinners. They said they saw me at Sinners, and they wanted to interview me. So I was like, yeah, cool, we'll do that later on. So it was lots of people taking pictures. So we decided to do it by the corner of where the toilets by us, but it was a little bit away from everyone, so it wasn't that loud. And was filming, was talking about it. About a minute in, you could just hear some random white woman screaming, drug deal, drug deal, drug deal. And at this point, I'm in my, tuxedo that I just spent a lot of money. So I'm saying to you, my pink shirt feeling like Killer Cam right now. It took me a second to put it on, and I got my bow tie and my lapels looking fresh. And then she's like, so I said to her, oh, why did you say that? Drug deal. She's like, oh, it was a joke. But I said to her, but why did you say drug deal? Why didn't you say corporate deal, like a finance deal? She's like, no, it was banter. And I said, banter. And then she was like, it's a joke. It's my sense of humor. But I said, I don't know you though. And then she's like, it's funny, but I said, it's not funny to me. So then this is what's happening right now. So we've got this on footage and it's filming. And then she's carry on going, and then she starts to say, oh, I am a role model. I help thousands of kids. I do this work with drugs, and it's dark. I want to put you in the light. She starts shining the light.
Yeah, that was a bit that was
hot. That was hot.
Shining light in the face. I'm like, oh, so I just look. I say to her, can you leave us now? Like, respectfully, can you go? It's okay, cool. And then she says, oh, it's not because I'm not racist. So I said to her, oh, why did you bring up race for? She was like, oh, because you're getting angry that... I said, no. I said, I'm getting angry. I said, you disrespected me. I'm on an award show in a suit and bow tie and I'm filming on camera and you're speaking to me about drugs. But the moment she spoke about race, she let me know what it was about race. That's that white female fragility, right? Yeah. So, you know... Then she escalates again and then she says, oh, what are you going to do? You're going to hit me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I said, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I said, no.
That's crazy.
And then she's like, so well, then you dick. And then she goes off camera. So I was like, oh, you guys, have you seen this? Have you seen this? So we record it. It's gone on social media. It's gone super viral. Shout out to Made You Think. It was one of the first blogs that posted. Shout out to Fact City as well. He's been supporting it. Big up all the independent blogs that keep reposting it. Those are the first. And then it's gone really viral. And the mad thing about it is this girl then proceeded to make a reaction video, basically, and she tagged me in it after blocking everybody.
She tagged you in it?
So basically, she had the audacity.
I thought she blocked you though.
No, she unblocked me to tag me
in the thing, man.
And then when she tagged me, I just obviously screen recorded it. Did you get me? And I was like, right, we'll deal with this later on, because I saw it, because I already knew, yeah. I listened to it and it was just pure gaslighting. She wasn't taking accountability for anything. She's trying to say, I'm sorry that you feel as if I was doing that. I came into the room and it was dark, and usually in photography, people got shooting in the dark, and when people do drug deals in the dark, oh, just like, you know, you're not making it get any better, my bro. And then, but she just made it get a lot worse, and then she started deleting comments, and her name is Celestia Barbie. Barbie, she's a podcaster, but more important, she's a life coach, and she helps people get off drugs. And I was like, right, it's quite contradictory. And the thing about this is, yeah, she hasn't once reached out. She decided to block everybody, delete comments, and then all her friends, she limited comments, so only her friends will comment, and they all say it's not racist, it's not racist. So she created an echo chamber of people that are supporting that. So what's happened is now it's gone super viral, and it's been picked up across America. Lots of influential. I'll be honest with you, so many really influential black people within the UK have followed me and been reposting me and sharing my stuff. Some very influential, people in like media and TV personalities been reposting it. And the thing about it, because it's bigger than me, what we managed to capture was the microaggressions, the racism, the threats, the things that people go through every single day.
Yeah, she didn't help at all.
And she's currently now trying to push a narrative online.
Victim
narrative. She's trying to shift the narrative. And the reason why everyone's really impressed with it, because I was in my bowl to handle, like, oh, you handled your way, king. You know, no one, you know, I would have done this. You handled it so well, articulate. And the thing is, that's really who I am. Like, see, they haven't seen the true me. They've seen me based upon the people I've sat next to and the platforms I've been on, right? And I get that. That's where we are, right? But I could easily sit on a panel with Piers Morgan and speak about Iran and speak about Israel and Palestine. I'm well versed enough to do that. I'm very well versed enough to do in politics. You get me? But because they haven't seen that, they don't know that I could go and do that. And that's really the types of things that I would want to speak about, like real fun, you know, like
real stuff.
Yeah,
that's make a change.
Yeah, make a change. Because I'm really trying to make a change within the community and speak about the things. But the problems within our community is that we don't want to fix them. We want to blame everyone. We want to blame everyone else. Like, do you get me? Like, we don't want to raise
like Celeste.
We don't want to raise our kids right, yeah. And then when we
blame everything else, but
and then when our kids go out there and do this, is one of the things, guys. You need to discipline your kids, raise them right, because if you don't, the state will. And you're seeing what the state will do to your child. They will kill your child. The ultimate discipline for the state is to take your child's life, and then no one will care. Like, do you know what it is to come to this country and they take your child's life? The police officers take your like Jean-Charles de Mendes. Remember that guy that came?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they took that youth, they bun him in Stockwell.
On the train.
Lied.
Mistaken identity.
Yeah, capped him. Like,
bro, look, peace, man.
Look, and this is what they'll do when you're when you're not doing nothing.
So that's why you limit interactions with them.
Come on, bro.
Keeping on your P's and
like
Q's.
you don't understand. You have to limit your interactions with him. I saw some clips with. They were talking about the Canary Wharf finance. The people that they act like the Canary Wharf blacks act like they're different. Like because they were acting like they're trying to speak about my man and saying, oh yeah, well if you're not a criminal you won't get killed. But when you're black, you have to understand something. Yeah, it's not you're less likely to get interact with police based upon where you are and whatever. But when that racism is coming down, it's just coming down. It doesn't. No one knows your job. No one knows where you're from, innit? So I think some people like to feel like their status and their jobs protects them sometimes, innit? But more what I'm trying to say is, I was trying to stem is like the way I've handled this, yeah. And everyone's like, they just love
It's a positive image for our kind instead of typically the negative.
Bro, do you remember when I said to you, when people like me, like it's a weird feeling when people I said I usually do something to fuck it up, but
get
it's a
everybody
weird
against
feeling
you
what?
on your back.
Yeah.
When you have the rare moments where
it's a weird feeling. What?
No, because I said I'm so used to, not so used to, but the things we speak about, we don't speak about things for people to love us. Like
he holds a mirror up at people and will directly tell you the statistics, what you're feeding into, which negatively affect us as a black community. And a lot of people don't like being told it because the realest person is the outcast. Everybody likes to be told what they like to be told so they can continue doing what they want to do. So he's a person who typically, say for example, weave and not being proud of your own hair. Women don't want to hear that, especially coming from a man. So he's a man that will constantly say things, whether it's going to be received well or bad, that he thinks is going to better us as a people to love ourselves more and care about us more. Do you get what I'm saying? So typically he gets a lot of battle and feedback. So on the rare occasions when he gets a good amount, especially black women on his side supporting, he's expressed to me that it feels a bit weird that sometimes because he's not used to it. Don't happen.
No, it don't happen. And it's been such a pour out of the types of black women, real older black women across the world, and it's we're united by the fact that our skin color, our experiences, we've all been in scenarios where people are treated, but no one ever got this on camera. If this woman wasn't on camera, the types of things she could have said, look what she's spinning it now. And lots of black men, or particularly black men, when a white woman comes into a scenario and it's just, I show people this is how we need to handle things. I'm trying to show people in my actions this is how we handle things. Like, because I don't want you to think I'm like you. Yeah, I'm like you, but I'm not like you at the same time. I have to understand who I am. And if that means I have to walk away from a fight, I've never walked away from a fight, bro. Like, do you know how mad it is? Do you know what it
feels weird.
It's so weird to me. Like, I have to, and big up Spray, man, because that podcast was the beginning of me opening up real, like, it was vulnerable because of how they did it. The interruptions and the calling up my GSC and the draw, it makes you, if it actually validates your story. After Spray was like, man, that was cool. Like, Spray was like, oh my God, man, my sister's telling me I was moving, man. I see all the comments, all the back. They said they wouldn't let you speak. I was like, and they were trying to get me back on. But I had some other stuff going on, and then, but me, we're cool. Like, I don't want no one to think that me and Spray's not cool. That's crazy, man. Like, we was cool before, we was cool after, we was chilling, was more.
And you know what's mad, with him, he's good at what he does too.
He's very good. He's very good at what he does.
Because you know what it is, I've watched his podcast for years. I'm a big fucking fan of what he does, because like, he understands it's just content. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I've never been there and I've never seen how he does it, but I know that he'll sit down and it's all cool, cameras on, right? I'm playing my role for this 90
That's what
minutes.
That's what it is.
The moment it's off, cool.
Yeah.
You're the same, bro.
And it's not that it's fake, it's just that he understands what he's there for.
That's exactly
what I'm involved in. I want to do well.
Yeah, I want to do well. And if you're going to be a part of this, you have to understand. So
trust me.
Like, how can I? It's weird, but the people are gonna take in the comments. They're gonna say it, but they don't know you don't know how people are. And I've done that so many times with people. They'll say, "Oh my God," like, "Nah, you're cool." Like, and same with Nads and that.
Yeah, facts.
Intensity, and you're cool.
We'll argue for an hour, and then after the cameras go off, and we're friends. We're really
get me. Don't get in your feelings about it. You get me, and then we move on. So, but I'm just trying to say is that is the beginning of me saying, right, what do I want to present to the world? I can show you I'm not a prick, because I'm not. I can. It's very easy. Like, and Like, it's easy to show you that.
Yeah,
it's just
that's our default.
Bro, I just got to stand up.
That's it.
Man, I just got to stand up.
All I've got to do is stand up.
Yeah, literally.
And here we are.
Yeah.
The moment's created, yeah?
Yeah.
If I sit down and I don't say anything, it takes two people to create a moment. Especially with me, I've clocked it. It takes two people. If I don't do it, then it doesn't go viral like that. Man will go viral and do their own things, but I'm not going to be the clip.
Yeah, because that's like a flash in the pan passing moment now. It's not no big viral thing like some other things have been for you.
Do you get me? Yeah. So that don't mean, like, what's happening now, it feels like I was meant to be there, bro. That woman picked up, out of everyone she could have done that to.
Yeah, you're the worst.
Bro, the worst. Like,
especially the bow tie.
Bro,
you're the
bow tie is a different type of beast, you know?
You know what's funny, yeah? Because I know you in it. There's a moment, yeah, when you realise what was happening.
You saw it,
and then you got into mode and they stood in front of the camera and he said,
hold on.
right, I'm Chyna, the man. There's a moment when he like, yeah, this is a moment. Let me do some branding. Like, it's funny. I saw it and I was like, look at him in his fucking element. Look at him.
I pick up your aunties could never podcast. They spoke about me in their podcast and they spoke about me in a good light. They posted it, man. And you know, like, I was like, I know, like, you know, Batch Star Chyna and and I was like, oh, but the aunties love me now. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
It's you know what it is? Because I love women and I love my community.
I knew he was gonna say that.
That it's nice, man, because they always talk about protect black women, but we need you to protect black men. Like, and when you see what's going on, like, do you get me? Because Nad's disappointing me, man. Cause she, like, so this thing's happened, Nad's gonna commented and she's gonna said, basically she's trying to say, are you sure, like, that she meant it like that? Cause I met her that day and she was a nice girl and whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, are you okay? So I comment and I said, like, I just told her, raw, like, Nads, like, are you okay? Like, I've already told you, you just met this girl from nowhere. And you've known her. And you've known her you know me for time. And I'm telling me because she sat on a table with you that she's all right. But I'm saying to you, you can see the video that's happened. What's your next explanation? Imagine that happened to you. Some white guy had done some type of racism thing, or had been aggressive to you, or you said he had done some type of essay. He done essay to you, and then I said, well, he was on my table. He was cool, that's cool. And I just met him. How would you feel? You would feel so, like I can't lie. I said to her that let me down because you went publicly and she hadn't even seen the full clip. The bit when she goes and says, oh, what are you going to do? Hit me. So you're already taking a position based upon something.
And you know, sorry to cut you. You know, this is another thing I think that is, because obviously men don't know women. We can't speak on women. I'm not trying to speak on women negatively, yeah, but I think women in certain issues, they automatically side with the woman. And I don't know if this is a disdain for men or this is based on your experience with the type of men you have, or just girl power, wanting to side with girls. Yeah. So you see the way you gave the opposite of the scenario as if it was a white man being a certain way with what we don't do this automatic side with the man thing.
Yeah, why?
We heard the issue, but I feel like because I've seen Nadj, because obviously Nadj is my friend. I've seen her content.
Yeah,
I've been on podcasts with her, and she's such a woman and such in a girl power side of things, where I've seen her instinct to go to is just on the woman's side. And then I've seen her say things and I'm like, hold on, like, this has an undertone of I hate men in it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're wrong because it's your personal experiences, but just from being around women who I would say have a thing against men, I see in you a degree. And I feel like that's what happened in that moment where it's man versus woman. So she's automatically jumped on the woman's side. And this is another problem we have with women sticking together, because there's the whole woman empowerment, women wanting to be able to vote and work and do all these things. But then there's like freedom, but then they take freedom to an extreme where it's just like these women are walking down the street half naked and it's just like, I just want to express myself. And it's about expressing and breaking the powers of the man or really just dressing like a whore. Like, do you know what I mean? But then the women will side with her because they wrap it under the umbrella of freedom. So now the good women are too close to the hoes. So now we can't dictate who's a good woman and a hoe because they all fight for the same things.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And I think if certain women are like how can I differentiate a good woman if this is not like of studying her for a while, but just off the bat, I meet two women, they're arguing the same point. Who's a good woman and how do I know?
How do you distinguish that?
How do I distinguish which is which? Because you all just do this girl power thing. Because you highlighted it with the man. If there's a man on madness, I don't care.
Yeah.
He's getting outed and we're saying, I'm not going to publicly support him and then quietly, I don't agree with this. This is not acceptable. This is not what I view as a man or the men I want to be around. But women don't
call it out like that.
They just side with...
And the maddest thing was like, so obviously, and I just, she changed the position on it. I said, it's up to you. It's up to you. But I said, you publicly supported somebody that you just met versus somebody that you know, that you know your heart. I said, like, you know me through and through. I've been to your event, I've come to you, I supported you, and then you publicly supported some random woman that you can see the video. We was at the same event together. And then I took pictures and videos with you. Like and then now you're there trying to support this woman that is and then I said to her, you're on the wrong side of history on this one. And this was in the beginning. Like, this has gathered so much steam and so much people have 200,000 followers and so much people are reposting it. Like, every time I look at my phone, and what's happened is because a lot of times people go through microaggressions every single day. They never get it on camera. It's very rare that you can get something from the start to finish like this shit and watch it escalate. The only thing she didn't do was hit me. She did everything else.
Oh, phone the police.
No, the only thing,
Call the feds. Or ask for your ticket, bro. Have you got a ticket for this?
If cameras weren't there,
she could have painted the house.
Anything.
And guess what? There's been a lot of guys that have had that same scenario, and it's been painting how they want to paint it. Now I want to show you something. She's trying to play the victim role. Even the fact that we got the 6-minute video of showing everything, right? Her harassing us, okay? She just didn't like the fact. She's got the white savior complex. She posts up on Celestia Barbie on Instagram. She posts up in Kenya and doing things with people and her trying to help. Like, let me tell you about these people. They have the white savior complex. They're not trying to help. It's like the charities that have been in Africa for years. All they do is take, and they use it. They use it to prop themselves up, and then they do a little things to give them a bit. Oh, I help these people, but you're not really helping these people. You're monetizing and use people to get funding and to live your life. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And then, talking about your ex-drug addict, and then I just feel, this is what I feel. I felt like she was trying to score, okay? Yeah? And she said, listen, when she's like, you ain't got drugs in your pocket right now? Bitch, no, I ain't. What are you talking about? But what I'm trying to say, and unfortunately for her is she's all she had to do was message me and say, I was drunk, I said some stupid things, I'm not racist, I helped so many people, let's I'm willing to be educated on it. I'll say, and then once we do that, there'll be something and everyone will leave you alone.
Yeah, the way she went about it made it 10 times worse.
You block people.
Because she could have just said, look, I apologise when I didn't mean it in that way.
That's it.
And because the way she's going about it is discrediting your feelings towards what she's, which isn't acceptable.
She blamed him.
Now
she blamed him
made
for
a
feeling
mistake,
it. Yeah.
Now you're dictating to me how I can feel about it.
Correct. And to be honest with you, that's the real thing.
She blamed
I get
him.
annoyed by this. That she has the cheek. I'm like, and the reason why it's gotten this big is everyone can't believe the cheek. Like,
well, it's not everyone to say my bad.
She doesn't feel like she has to give us anything. She's like, how dare you, black?
You should just accept me, whatever I do.
Yeah.
I see what you're
saying. And then she'll create an echo chamber of people.
Because that's worse than the actual.
So all those people, I can't even lie. I
appreciate that. We were saying that outside that she was sober as well. She was of sound mind when she said that apology. Do you know what I mean?
I see Shadow on the beat in the comments like, oh, she's not racist. Oh, she's funny. Oh, she's my friend. Shadow, I can't lie. I'm disappointed because I was in Brum and I was clapping for my man. I followed him. I was clapping for my man. I was like, yeah, like, you're getting your flowers. Then you're supporting this woman and you're in the comments showing publicly you're supporting this woman. I can't rate that. Because you can see the video. You're saying she's not racist. Bro, you're on the wrong side of history. Like, do you get me?
People can be bought though, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what their relationship is, or because people have a bit more acceptance for things from people when they've helped them in their life, I suppose. Mate, I'm not saying that could be happening.
Bro, people I see someone try to criticize me about Pearl, you didn't call. Bro, do you know
Pearl's never said that.
But no, but I'm saying
of that sort.
No, but they're talking about. Listen, if you have your own, like, if
anything, that proves that you're not a racist person who's making it a black and white thing.
No, I didn't.
You've shown that you've been around white.
Yeah, but behind the scenes, I'll say things. But I'm not a snake. So if me and you have an issue, if we fall out, I'm not gonna make a video on you and start saying, "Oh," I'll just like, you know what? Yeah, do you get me? And I think a lot of people expect man to be snakes. And I also believe that, like, people can have opinions, but it's when they start to go and do that stuff and that's when you get into problems. And like you said, like, you don't see Pearl's content now because when you go down a certain road, do you get me? This is what happens. Like,
no, she has been rather quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, like, they demonetize, but it's because when you go down this race road and you start hurting people's feelings and you don't want to listen, I told her, you don't want to listen, you think you're right. Okay. One thing about black people is when you will galvanize all for the race thing and you don't want to
One of the few things we will galvanize.
We will galvanize for that. And you will see all these people, these women that never supported before, all of a sudden now we're all linked up through this because this represents them all. And they can't believe that she's doing this. And this is why. And so... But yeah, man. So yeah, man. Celestia Barbie, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it don't have to be this bad, man. Like, and you know what it is? That video is going to be used by HR for inclusion and diversity inclusion because you're gonna play this. This is what you do not do at the Christmas party this year, guys. Okay? Do not, guys. Please watch this video. We're gonna play a 6-minute video about diversity and inclusion, and we're gonna have a Christmas party. We just want to make sure you guys.
Anton's allowed to be there.
You know what I'm saying? This one's for you, Neville, and Tyrone and Jerome over there. You know what I mean? All right, guys, we're coming to the end of the show, man. I want a big thank you to my guest, man. Shout out to my guy on the left hand over here, man. Trini, man.
What are you telling me, Big King?
What you saying, man?
Nothing much, brother. Mr. Stud, yeah.
I can't, bro, pause for Mr. Stud.
Don't call me.
I can't call you that.
Name's Trini. Come on.
What you saying?
Name's Trini. I'm good, bro.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for watching. Yeah.
Where can I find you at, man?
Instagram's Trini Stud. TikTok's Trini Stud. That's TRINISTUD. YouTube's Trini Stud. Yeah, I don't want people to be spelling me as Trini. You know that woman that used to host that show. What's her name?
Oh, Trini Susanna.
Yeah, that's it. She was NNY, not that Trini.
Okay,
no.
Yeah, Trini,
never that.
Trini. Yeah.
What you seen? What was that?
Hey, do you know?
What the ass was that, boy?
We smoke that swing. Yeah, you ain't watch it.
Nah, what the ass is that, boy? I ain't know what that is.
Yeah.
I ain't know what that is, but
Chinky. What's going on, Chinks? What's going on? What you got popping, man? What's popping, man? What's popping? Facts only to the world.
Yeah, man. Same old, man. Just catch me here with Chyna, man. Whenever you see Chyna, you see me, man.
Thanks for pulling up, bro. I appreciate you for pulling up,
anytime, man. Thanks for the invite. Sorry about my lateness.
It's very late, man.
Big up, man.
This guy's very late.
Life of a musician.
Very late.
You know what
very
it was?
Late.
I was filming with someone today, so I had to rearrange it.
Life of a content creator. Don't worry about it.
I had to rearrange it, and I had to miss the match as well.
I ain't even watched none of the football yet,
guys,
bro.
I just want to say, I just want
to
to say again, R.I.P. Chris Kaba.
R.I.P. for sure.
Charles de Mendes, Mark Duggan.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes.
Many years.
Man. What's the other one? Oh,
sorry if I forgot anyone
what's that
name,
Charles? Oh, what's that name?
De Mendes, you said.
No, there's another one. Oh man, the one from Hackney. Oh, sorry, bro. Something Charles. Someone told me about his name the other day, reminded me. But shout out to RIP to everyone that's gone. My name is Chyna. I'm the Man's voice. I want to give a big thank you to my guests, man. Big up Trini. Big up to my guys, Chinks. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. Turn notification bells so never miss an upload. If you want to support the channel, you can hit us on super
chat. If you're in that bag,
follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and we are out. Yo.